guns for girls today. So we are going to work from our shoulders down to our wrists. What is very, very, very important for you to remember, that you keep really good form. And what does that mean? That means that you keep your core tight, your core, part of your abs, your back, and your butt. You keep them tight all the time. It's so important. I can't stress it enough. I want to give everybody time to get on. I want to share the workout. And we're going to get moving. Oh, bye. All right.
Guys.
Bye. Okay, so what else? What else? We are going to do these exercises for a set period of time, and sometimes reps. I don't remember if this one is.
Mom, do you guys need water?
I have water. We are going to do reps for this one. So let's go ahead, jog it out. I'm going to try not to hit the little lighting fixture here.
You're like that close.
I'm very. I hit it last week, but luckily I didn't have a weight in my hand.
Oh, that's...
Okay, lunge to one side, lunge to the other side, and I'm going to keep it up here. So when you guys say hi, oh, Bonnie and Rochelle, hello, stretch up, hinge to one side. I want you to feel it in those triceps. These are all very gentle, gentle stretches. I hope those moms and stepmoms and mother figures, everybody had a really nice Mother's Day. The kids made it awesome for me. Open up. It was really an incredible day. I want you to pull down into the back very gently. So your elbow is pointing straight up, down into the back. Give yourself some hugs, and let's get started. The first one we're going to do, definitely more in the challenging realm. So I'm going to use a 2-pound weight. You guys should use lighter weights too. Here you go. So you only need one. So you're going to get into a side plank. So one of you is going to need to go over there and one of you here. So you're going to get into a side forearm plank. And I want you to squeeze up to the back, to the side, and down. For a modification, you can bend that bottom leg and do that. You can also, if you want more of a challenge, you can be in a full side plank back into the front. Okay, so we're doing 15 of these. If you're in the full side plank, make sure your hand is directly underneath your shoulder. I'm going to readjust my form a little bit. If you're in forearm plank, you want to be a straight line from your head to your heels, or from your head to your feet. So if you want to be in modified, remember you can bend that bottom leg whether you're in full plank or not. Take those breaks when you need to. You are going to depend on your core muscles in a huge way to keep you stable. We have 6 more. Oh, we have 2 more. Taking a little break. Breaks are good. Really hard. Awesome. So you'll see I'm using a 2-pound weight. That's really good. Anna's using a duck. It's a bookend. And Alexandra's also using a 2. So we need to go on to our other side as well, but I need water. You can share my water with me if you want. Good morning, Michelle. All right, guys. We are going to our other side. So again, you can modify it if you want, just by keeping your top leg straight and your bottom leg bent. You can be in forearm or in full side plank. I just want your hand directly underneath your shoulder. So up, squeeze to the back and down. If you need help with balance, just put one foot in front of the other. We're doing 15. Take those breaks when you need to. If you cannot get through all 15, don't worry about it. You push yourself. You do as much as you can. Five more. Now you might find that you have one side where you have to take less breaks. You feel a little stronger or you have better balance. That's very common. So the way I tell people is do as many as you can do in the time that we're doing that specific exercise. And then you might want to just stretch it out a little bit because those are challenging, but now they're out of the way. Now they're out of the way. So do not get discouraged by planks or push-ups or burpees or any of the more challenging exercises. Don't get discouraged by them. If you can only do 2 or 3, that's awesome because you're going to really notice when you do 4, 5, or 6. So that's how we make progress. Very, very, very small increments. Just be proud of yourselves. Don't beat yourself up. Okay, the next one we're going to do, I was going to do incline. So let's try to do incline. Anna, you come over here with me. Alexandra, you can use the chair or you can use a ball. But because we don't have a ball for all of us, I want you in this position, leaning against your couch. What I want is for you to be able to fully extend your arms without hitting the ground.
What size weight should I get?
You can use your ducks.
Okay.
Yeah. So my arms are fully extended. The couch is like middle of the way up through my back. My abs are tight. Squeeze up and lower. We're doing 15. So keep your abs tight. Squeeze those biceps to raise and to lower. Now you'll notice the pace that we're moving at. We are not rushing through these. We are taking our time. When you take your time, your form is great. Your muscles are just taxed that much more. Yep, you're doing great. Yep. So you just keep those abs tight. 6 more. So I have 5-pound weights. Alexandra has 2s, and the ducks are probably 2s. 2, 1, and done. Now, I probably could have gone with 8s and 10s. Biceps are something that you will really notice a steady progress in. I never go heavier than like 12s in biceps, and I haven't done that in a while because of my elbow. My elbow feels great with the 5s. So that's why it's not 100% yet, so I'm not going up to 8s. There's no need. I'm working really hard. Okay, so the next one we're doing are shoulder boulders. These are very challenging. Do not go too heavy. You can start with a 5. I'm going to do a 2. Why don't you grab a duck and a 2? Or Alexandra, why don't you try the 5? You're very strong and you've been doing this for a while. So, okay, so these are the shoulders. Shoulder boulders. You're going to be touching this shoulder. You're going to go up and over. If you can't completely touch each shoulder, that's okay. So you see my feet are about shoulder width apart. My abs are tight. Now, if you have rotator cuff issues and you do not like these, just do a simple lift and down. Okay, you don't want to do anything that hurts. What we want is burn. You're not getting enough burn? All right, so Anna had the 2-pound and she went up to 5-pound, to a 5-pound dumbbell. That's great because the same way when something gets too heavy for you and you notice your form starts to falter, one more, you drop down. If you're doing these and you're not getting enough of a burn, touch it to your other shoulder and down. The same way, you need to go up. So you want that muscle burn. It's very important. That is how we get stronger. And all I can tell you is, as physically strong as these workouts have made me, they have made me infinitely more emotionally, mentally, and spiritually strong. So people want to know, how do you stay so motivated? Because I know the before and the after of my whole self, and I would never go back to the before. 6 more. How are you doing? How's your form? Is your form starting to get a little wonky? Well, why don't you drop down? If that was your instinct to drop down, because shoulders are very challenging. I think people think they're easy or don't think about them at all. It's been an awesome change for me, having strong shoulders. Great, have some water. Jessica, oh, you love Guns for Girls. I'm so glad. I love Guns for Girls too. All right, have a little sip of water. Did you get water, sweetie? Okay, why don't you grab a little cup? We had such the Mother's Day extravaganza. It was amazing. The kids basically were working from 6 a.m. until, what time did we go to bed? 10? 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was incredible. Okay, so I talked to you guys a lot about working your wrists and your forearms for grip, for being able to, in the same vein, pulling, pushing, things that you need to do. You use these muscles a lot. So you want to strengthen them, especially like if you take a fall and you land really hard, which I have done. I would say, Anna, pick up your ducks. Alexandra, get the 2s. I'm going to use 5s. So we are going to do wrist flexion. So your feet are hip width apart, your core is tight, your shoulders are back. Nothing moves except your hands. So you'll see this motion rotating up, turn them over, squeeze up. So that's 1. We're doing 15. Keep that core tight. So I want you to get the biggest range of motion that you can. And don't bend your arms. Arms are probably one of the things I get the most complaints about from women, about what they don't like about their bodies. And it's usually because they used to like their arms. And then the years pass and working and having kids and just not exercising. And they're like, I hate my arms now, and I cover them up. I feel like they're flabby, they have no muscle tone, they're weak. That you can solve that. That is a solvable problem all the way around. Good job. Woo! Those are always very challenging for me. Shake them out. The next one we're going to do triceps. We're going to do tri-star. So you're going to be faced this way. Your knuckles are going to be together. You're going to squeeze up, come back in, squeeze out, come back in, squeeze down. The whole goal, every extension, is to squeeze those triceps. If you don't like the waddle when you wave, you got to work them. I'm going with 2s. So you can start with 5s if you want, and if they get too heavy, just drop. Or if your form starts to falter, just drop. I think the ducks will be perfect. Okay, so we're going to do 15. Why don't you stand up there and you go back there so we don't hit each other. Why don't you back up a tiny bit. Okay, so your knuckles are together. Squeeze up, squeeze those triceps. That's what I want you focusing on. We're doing 10. That was 1. Is your core tight? You're going to want to release your core. 5 more. Don't do it. So they're called tri-stars for a reason. 3 points. 3 more. How are you doing back there? If your form starts to falter, okay, they're getting too heavy. I can see that your form isn't as good, so put them down. There's no shame in dropping your weights. If you don't have a lower one, that's fine. So you're up, out, and down. 2 more. Do it. How do your ducks feel? Good. I like having a pair of 2 and 3 pound weights around, so I would recommend you get some. What I don't want you doing is consistently reaching for these and not grabbing your 5s, not grabbing your 8s. These are to go to when you're just burning out. So, okay, I love this next one. It's called curl, stop, curl. So I'm going to get the 5s. I wish I had the other 8 because I would start with that, but I couldn't carry it. Alexandra, why don't you get the 5? I think the ducks will be fine.
Wait, do you
Okay.
need twos?
Sorry, the twos. I mean, the ducks will be fine for Honda. So your feet are hip width apart. You're up top. Curl halfway. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Curl all the way up. Go halfway down for a count of 5. So fully extend, then squeeze your biceps to come to the top. Lower halfway. Squeeze those biceps as hard as you can. And make sure you continue to breathe. We're going to do 12 of these. Squeeze up. We have 7 more. So you see how that hold in the middle for 5 seconds will tax your biceps in a whole different way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The ducks are too easy.
The ducks are too easy. Why don't you grab this single 8-pound and you can do it with a single. We have 5 more. Hold it with 2 hands, like end to end. Perfect.
Yeah, Mom,
Okay.
I noticed that if I ever did this next time, I could go up like a little bit.
You could go up to 5.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is we need more. Now that the kids are exercising with me more, we need more 5-pound weights.
Yeah.
And probably some 2s or 3s too. All right, we have 2 more. Is that better?
Mhm.
So you want to keep your elbows in tight. It's really important. Awesome. Good work. Okay. Okay, this is the wind up. This is a shoulder exercise. So I'm going to go with a 2. Or maybe I'll try to hold 2 2s. Why don't you use a 5-pound weight, and maybe you want to hold both your ducks in one hand. Can you hold both in one hand or no? There you go. Okay.
Oh, wait, just one?
Why don't you move up? Yeah,
Oh.
just use one. And then she's going to be back there. And so you're going to stand feet hip width apart or shoulder width apart, your hand on your hip. And you are going to wind up and around. And then the opposite direction. That's 1. We're doing 12. Squeeze your shoulder. You see how my body is not moving at all. Keep that arm straight. Don't hit yourself in the face with the beak. The hazards of working out with duck bookends. So keep your body straight, Anna. Don't let your body move. Only your arm is moving. Yep, Alexandra, keep your body totally still. Your shoulder is doing all the work. 5 more. How does your weight feel? If you're starting to fling your arm to get it up and around, I want you to stop immediately. 2 more? I just lost count. I'm really sorry.
I feel like you already said 2 more, but I don't really know.
Listen, we are real life here.
Quarantine.
Okay, that's quarantine counting. Okay, other side. I'm going to go a little, well, I'm going to start out with my 4s. Squeeze up and around. That's 1. How many did I say we're doing? 12?
I'm
I
sorry.
think so.
I can't really remember.
So we're keeping our bodies totally still. Now, at any time, if your form starts to falter, you drop down. And again, you might be able to do more or less on this arm than you did on the last one. I think we have 6 more. Oh, I'm dropping down. 4 more.
No, 2 more.
No, I said we're doing 12.
Yeah, and then you said 6 more, and then I counted.
Yeah, but here's the chain. This and this is 1.
Oh.
She's like, that changes things. Oh my gosh, 1 more. Shoulders are just beyond
My shoulder
challenging.
cracked several times.
Beyond challenging. I have one shoulder that makes, they're very cute. I have one shoulder. You might sometimes notice you're doing something and one of your things like makes noises while you're doing it. As long as there's no pain, it's fine. I have a hip that does that tends to like keep if I'm doing certain exercises. It does not bother me at all. Okay, so the next one, oh, I love this one. Okay, so we're gonna do a tricep bicep blast. So you're gonna hold the weights top to bottom. You are going to do a curl, then you're gonna hinge over and you're going to extend back. So you're gonna hit your biceps and then your triceps. I'm gonna use 5s. Alexandra, you can use these and then I might switch with you. All right, so we're gonna do 15. So your feet are hip width apart. Did someone say hi that I did not see? Okay, I think I saw all of you. Okay, feet hip width apart. Keep your elbows in tight. Squeeze, the weights go up and down. Hinge over, extend behind you and down. Okay? Stand up, hammer down, hammer up, extend. So you've got to keep, we're doing 15. You have got to keep your abs tight. They need to aid you. 10 more. Hammer curl, hinge over, straighten your arm. I have to tell you, I wish that when I was, Anna's 12, Alexandra's 15. I wish. I mean, I played sports, but to like just be aware of like taking care of myself, no awareness whatsoever. 6 more. So I feel like they're getting such a huge head start in life with like just being aware of like the good.
Were people not really aware?
Well, no. I mean, it was like, I don't know, anybody's like moms who exercise. I mean, I think my mom did Jane Fonda like one time. My mom never worked out ever. Never even like went for walks or anything. And then when she started becoming more aware of it when I was in college, she got into water aerobics for like 3 weeks. And she was so excited about it. This was her thing. She had found her thing. And then, you know, it passed. So, but I can tell you now that she's 74, she is feeling the effects of a life of not taking care of herself. For sure. Okay, I love that one. All right, so we are going to do a standing shoulder press with a rotation. Your palms are facing you. You're going to rotate as you push up and come down. Again, you've got to keep your core tight. If you want an added challenge, I'm going to try not to hit the lamp. If you want an added ab challenge, you can always pick your foot up. So I'm going to do that because why not?
Well, they fit perfectly.
Push up. Oh, they do fit perfectly. So 15 on each side. You've got to keep your core tight. And you do not have to have your leg up. That's just what I'm doing to increase the core challenge. I ate a lot. These kids like spoiled me rotten with pancakes and egg and bacon cups, and Dave made this incredible dinner, and the kids made a huge coconut, what was it?
It was a coconut.
Coconut cake with this crazy frosting. So, you know, 3 more. Let's go. Now, like I told you, shoulders are challenging at some point.
Wait, Mom.
Now, we're going to the other leg, so you might want to drop down. Do you
Can I
want
use
heavier?
one of the-
Yes,
yeah.
because I'm going to drop down, so you can have those. So because you choose,
If I want to, can I just let go of one? If I need to, can I let go of one?
no,
Just-
you can't let go of 1.
Oh.
15. So if you didn't pick your leg up, you do not have to do this other 15, or you can just do it standing. Oh, sorry, I'm not rotating. I'm thinking about the coconut cake. I'll just be
Me
honest
too.
with you.
I was just thinking, wait, is there any more?
Is there any more?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
If
But
there's more, I will eat
it was
more.
like a work of art.
Oh, we threw the rest away because it was just a soggy pile of icing.
Oh, by the end, yeah. Well, we had nine of us, so. 2, 1, done. Oh, you guys, we are
I noticed that's harder for me to
working hard.
balance this leg than this leg.
okay. Next one we're gonna do is you know what? I'm not gonna do that one since we just did shoulders. We are gonna do slow punches, and what I love about slow punches is really taking the time to punch across. So you are squeezing every muscle in your arm and shoulder. Let me see how we're doing for time. You guys were doing so well. So I'm going to use my 2s. So we are going to do 10. So you're crossing. Squeeze your arm. So you'll come up a little bit on the ball of your foot. You'll get a little bit of a rotation in your trunk. Everything is tight, tight, tight. This is 3. Squeeze your entire arm as you're coming out. The 5s are probably really good, right?
Yeah.
I think the 5s would be a lot more challenging for me and Anna if we had them.
Do you want to use them? Because I can use the 2s if you want me to.
Sure.
Because I used the
So we're going to
5s last
switch. So I
time.
think we have 7 left. Christine. She said, love this. Good morning. So I'm keeping my core really tight. Like I said, I'm getting that rotation in my trunk. I'm coming up on the ball of my foot. Squeeze your entire arm. 1 more. Okay, awesome. Now, why don't you each take one of these? So they've got a 5 and a 2 together. I have got an 8. We're going to put the weight over our head and back. So if it drops, it doesn't drop down on your head. It would drop down behind your head. So you're going to lower the weight down. Your elbows are sticking straight up in the air and raise that weight up. Again, it's not above your head ever. Keep your core tight. Squeeze. How does that weight feel?
It's hard to hold both of them.
Okay, well, you can drop the 2.
Okay.
And squeeze up. So you see your elbows are pointing straight up in the air. Squeeze up. So again, when you squeeze up, don't have the weight above your head. See how it's kind of behind my head?
Yeah.
When I squeeze
So like
out.
this.
Yes. But you got to straighten your arms. Drop the 2 if you need to. 6 more. I'm using an 8, and this is really good. 3, 2, 1, and done.
We all just went, at
We
the end.
did. We all did, didn't we? Let me see how we're
good,
doing
though.
time-wise. Guys, this is so good. Okay. So the next one I want you to do, I want you to get as heavy as you have available. So what do you have that's as heavy as possible? I don't care if it's
Should
a
I
book
just use
or a
these?
plant, sure. Whatever you want to pick up, pick up.
Can I go find something?
No, just pick up those things right there. Okay, so our arms are at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to
Here.
pulse 20 times. Keep your core tight, shoulders back. Okay, so we did the pulses. Now we're doing full. I want heavier ones for 15. I'm glad that didn't fall on your foot.
And good thing it wasn't a 5.
Or duck.
Or a duck.
Yeah. Or a plant or a book. Specifically,
You guys, there was one time we were working out and all the kids were working out. Well, I think my kids weren't there. It was just Dave's kids. And all the kids were working out with me. And then his son picked up a 5 or an 8 or a 10. I don't remember which one it was.
No, we
and
were there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
And dropped it on his toe, like while we were live. And Dave's like, screamed. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Eli dropped it on Dave's toe.
And at a certain point, he was able to laugh about it, but not in that moment. Guys, I think we're done. We are done. Oh my gosh. Let's stretch it out. Press your fingertips back towards your body. Stretch out your wrists and your forearms. That was so good. I needed that this morning. I did. Elbow up in the air, pull down into the back, stretch out your triceps. You guys, thank you for doing this with me. I love when the kids work out with me. Hook your arm around, pull your arm in towards your body. I will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is leg day, so if you have any specific requests, you know I'm always open for it. Put your thumbs on the front of your hips and press your shoulders towards me. Oh, it's such a good shoulder stretch. And release. Shake out your wrists. Give yourself some hugs. If you would like to tip, I am on Venmo, Sean-Visco. I love you guys. You are the best. I love your messages. Thank you for all your sweet Mother's Day messages. You guys made me feel really special. So I will be here tomorrow, same time. Again, if you have any requests, if you need encouragement, if you're struggling, I know this whole quarantine thing is just bizarre. And I feel like having no answers makes it even harder. So it's not like we're all working towards something. Like, as of this date, quarantine will be over. We're all up in the air. We all have no idea what's happening. So anyway, stay safe. Write me for encouragement if you need it, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.